the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Martin Luther King was an American Baptist leader, a political philosopher and an activist, a very prominent leader in the civil disobedience movement for the people of color in America. He fought in support of civil disobedience movement from 1955 till the day of his assassination in 1968. His fight was against the legalized discrimination and Jim Crow laws. Jim Crow laws, which was supporting racial segregation, was introduced in southern United States in the 19th and 20th century, supporting racial discrimination. And it was soon adopted by state legislatures dominated by the whites. Jim Crow, a pejorative used against African American, was basically used by the white dominated states to restrict the advancement or any political and economic gain made by the African American, and it was strongly supported by Lily White movement. Martin Luther King was known to combat legalized discrimination in a non-violent manner, and this is the reason why he got his Nobel Peace Prize in the year 1964. Martin Luther King went to prison several times, and he was not in good books of FBI. Thought of him having a communist ties, and his personal life was also under scrutiny. It was believed that they also sent him an anonymous threatening letter. Martin Luther King described as an attempt to make him commit suicide. In his final days, his focus shifted from civil disobedience to opposing poverty and Vietnam War. In 1964, he staged a march in Washington and delivered a speech called "I Have a Dream" in the very steps of Lincoln Memorial. Following his assassination, there was a nationwide mourning and anger, which resulted in sporadic riots in several parts of United States. On 4th of April 1968, before he planned a march to occupy Washington, he made a plan to visit Tennessee to support the Memphis sanitation workers. He arrived at Tennessee on 3rd of April. His accommodation was arranged in Lorraine Motel. On 4th of April, the day he was assassinated, he stepped out on the balcony of his second floor room of Lorraine Motel, went to address the crowd who was standing at the parking lot. Suddenly there was a bullet and hit him on the right side of his face. He fell down, and many of the members who he was addressing to came rushing to rescue him. Then while the others looked at the boarding house, which was just right opposite to the balcony, the boarder named James Earl Ray, who was staying in a room adjoining to the common bathroom from where the sight of the balcony was pretty clear, unhindered by any trees or any other kind of obstacles. James Earl Ray was a fugitive from Missouri State Prison who was convicted and extradited from Britain by FBI, brought back to Tennessee where the trial happened. However, before the trial took place, King's family declared that James Earl Ray was just a scapegoat. His family believed that there was a larger conspiracy theory at play behind his assassination. However, during the trial, James Earl Ray pled his guilty and got 99 years of life imprisonment. However, he recanted his guilty plea. Ray's lawyer staged a televised mock trial for Ray, where the jury announced him not guilty. This mock trial was also supported by Martin Luther King's son, Dexter. Despite of all the support this televised mock trial received, Tennessee authority refused to reopen the case, and Ray died in prison in the year 1998. This and much more with me. Subscribe my YouTube channel and press on the bell icon. I'm also there on Instagram as The Nightborn. Follow me there.